you've ever seen the misconnection section of Craigslist. Some are sweet, some are creepy, and some have now been collected in a book just in time for Valentine's Day. Joining us this morning is Sophie Blackall, the author of Misconnections, Love Lost and Found. First of all, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Where did this idea come from?
The story is, I was on a subway in New York and it was rush hour and it was packed as they are, and there was a very handsome fellow who was right next to me. We were like, you know, where you can't quite tell where your limbs end and the next person's begin. And he got off and walked around to the window and looked through and mouthed something at me, and I turned to the person next to me and said, "What did he say?" And she said, "It's misconnections. He's telling you to look at misconnections." So I had no idea at this point what it was, but went home immediately to look it up, and then just, you know, lost hours reading them, completely sort of sucked in. I was just completely absorbed because these are fantastic little stories. You know, they're these stories of people meeting and then losing each other. Mostly I do children's books, so this is sort of a departure for me. This is, you know, more grown up, but it's more personal as well. It's kind of the thing that, you know, that I really wanted to do just for myself in a way, and then it became something that other people could interact with, which was just fantastic. I don't bother clicking on something that just says, you know, girl on F train. It's like, yeah, I want something that jumps out at me. So, so something that's either funny or weird or has something really visual in the subject line will kind of get me in.
Is there anything that's special to Cincinnati in terms of when you look at it from different cities? Or are they all the same?
There are really cool bars in Cincinnati.
Yeah, there are.
A lot of things happening in bars.
Exactly, exactly.
Being an illustrator is a mostly wonderful thing. You get to draw wild boars and rocket ships and petticoats and harpoons. You get to choose your hours, which is often all hours, but at least you tell yourself you're the one choosing them. You can wear whatever you like. Today I'm wearing a peacock feather cloak. Well, I was when I was writing this. I think when I had a brief period of online dating, which was just so awful in every way, but what struck me about that I found really difficult was the amount of information that you had to put out about yourself and that you were reading about the other person. And so from a computer screen, I was finding myself dismissing people because of the latest book they'd read, or like the contents of their fridge, or the fact that they'd misplaced an apostrophe in their personal description. I was going, I don't think so. Which, you know, which is just so awful in a way, but I found myself doing that. Whereas a misconnection is that idea of love at first sight, where you just see somebody and have that instant kind of attraction, and you share a moment which is real in its way. The whole thing has been unexpected to me, because this was literally a desire to do something for fun. You know, I have way too much other real work, and so this was something I was squeezing in at the beginning of my day, you know, before going to the gym. Other people might go to the gym. It's like, I'm gonna fit in a drawing before I start my work day. So for it to turn into this this thing that it's become, it has a life of its own, has been totally unexpected. And that thing is a book, and this presence on the internet, which I get emails from all over the world, which is amazing. You know, a woman in Iran wrote to me the other day, and South Africa and Greece and Argentina and I mean literally kind of far-flung places, and the fact that they can relate to this, because it is kind of a universal idea. People really want me to have had a misconnection and found love, and I'm just disappointing because I'm in a long-term relationship, so I feel I let people down. I could make something up, but no. So it is purely kind of vicarious, my interest in it, but that's fun, living vicariously.